Manage Express Border Manager offers several different protocols for monitoring voice call traffic. For a particular device, all of these can be selectively enabled in the Manage Cube Monitoring section in the Manage Device side panel. The first option is to enable call detail records. This option will set your Cube device to log CDRs to MEBM via radius on port 1812 and 1813. Enabling it will cause a device to populate the busy hours, call history, and concurrent calls sections under the Reports tab. Choose the interface you want your logging packets to source from. Records will be sent over TCP port 5140. The second option is to enable Cisco Cube SIP debug streaming. This option enables logging of all SIP traffic packets for a particular device to MEBM. Enabling it will populate the SIP call flow section under the Reports tab. It will also enable real-time updates for dial peer status in the dial peer section of the Manage Site sidebar. The interface source for these packets will be the same as defined in the Call Detail Record section. The final option is to enable voice statistics. This option will enable radius accounting messages for each call to be logged to MEBM. These statistics will populate values such as MOS, delay, jitter, and loss in the call history and SIP call flow sections. In addition to the Reports section, each of these options will populate the dashboard widgets with their respective data. The next header is labeled Reports. In the dial peer usage section, we can view voice statistics sorted by dial peer. This will show the number of incoming and outgoing connections active on each peer with at least one connection open at the time of polling. Under SIP call flow, we can view each call individually. Call legs for an individual call are grouped together based on the call ID and session ID. If voice statistics are enabled, we can also see delay, jitter, and packets lost for an individual call. Clicking the icon at the end of the row will bring up the ladder diagram view. A visual chart is generated to show the direction and contents of each SIP packet in a call. Arrows are color-coded based on their message type. Hover over an arrow to see the contents of an individual CC-SIP message. The Busy Hours section will show call density in a given time range. Use the date selector to filter data to a specific range. Clicking on the bar for a day will give you an hourly breakdown. Call history shows all the calls for sites with CDR collection enabled. It does not enable the ladder diagram view the way SIP call flow does, but contains the same call statistics with a fraction of the bandwidth. Sort through historical call data using the date selector or filter options. Concurrent Calls view shows a graph view of the maximum number of calls during a time period. Unlike Busy Hours, it does not show the total number of calls for a time period, but rather the peak number during that time. To add these statistics to your MEBM dashboard, head to the home screen. Choose Add a Module and select the widget you wish to display. Widget data can be viewed from the dashboard or expanded by clicking an individual widget. The fidelity and frequency of samples for some of these graphs can be adjusted through the Monitoring tab under the Configuration header. By choosing Modify, we can enable or disable monitoring, as well as change the polling interval. Each poll will represent one data point on the graph. This concludes the Manage Express Border Manager monitoring tutorial. For more videos, visit the ArcanaNetworks YouTube channel.